wanted to say, though, that there's another angle of looking at the risk that's introducing in. It's not only the output, it's also the perception of the output. So think about a vibe-coded feature or a code that's there, right? Looks perfectly working for a happy path. And in a lot of scenarios, we'll start thinking, wow, this is so easy, we build a thing. But bring that vibe codes feature into production. That's not trivial. I think that the risk that shows to our engineering leaders is how can we educate the gap from what we see that really works well in a few hours of work to something that's scaled to a production level product. And that work is very challenging as we all sit here discussing how we're gonna facing the sort of the enable the productivity, but at the same time managing the right expectations.
So I do agree that more and more of this code that's generated, maybe you don't even understand it. At the same time, I do think how you approach software engineering maybe is going to change. And maybe it is okay that you don't understand every single line of code, because this is not the first time auto-generated code has existed, right? And maybe it becomes more about setting the guardrails and the tests and the parameters that you're tuning for that become more important than the actual specifics of what got written in the code. And I'm actually fascinated to see what happens there and how software engineering as a discipline evolves through that.
The key thing is evolve, right? It's not like we're looking into rewrite all the code, but how can we define a framework that can bring something that's generated to the confidence that we can release to production. The evaluation framework is so important. How we monitoring, how we respond to, and you're talking about the failure path, right? There's 100 ways that they can fail, but how can we put guardrails in place? So I think that this is where the revolution really is a great opportunity for all of us to look into how we build software differently from what we was doing.